Hello everyone and welcome to this course on Power BI. This is a full course where we'll be taking Power BI from beginning, and this is entry level, beginner level course. We are going to be starting with Power BI from the beginning till where we're able to take it to. So this is a full course on Power BI. My name is Abdul Rashid. I'm an analytical engineer. I'm an infographic designer, and I'm also a Salesforce Ops specialist. I want to welcome you to this course, which is hosted by the Spring Pilot. It's an initiative that brings mentors and mentees in the same room, and they cross-fertilize ideas and help each other, to grow. So, welcome once again. Power BI full course, leveraging data insights to drive strategic choices. So that is the tagline for our course for today. So we proceed. We are going to be looking at some of the objectives or the agenda for the course for today. Firstly, is that we are going to be starting with the introduction, download and install, navigation, how to navigate Power BI. If this is your first time, you see all that. Then the 7 pillars of Power BI. We also go to extraction and cleaning, data modeling in Power BI, measures and DAX, and Power BI service. Essentially, for today's course, we are going to be treating all the items on the first row, while the items on the second row are stand-alone courses on their own: extraction and cleaning, data modeling, measures, Power BI service, and so on and so forth. We are going to treat them on separate tutorial classes. So follow along, check the playlist to pick any of those topics as they occur to you. Also on our YouTube channel, please try to subscribe, click on the notification bell so that you are the first to see when we post a new video, and also help us to share this to others also. So on our YouTube channel, you're going to see so many playlists. One of them that we're going to be seeing is our Excel full package course from beginning as well. I like to always take students from the beginning, and I believe that people used to struggle from the beginning, and if they understand the beginning of a particular concept, then they can ride along, and the sky is going to be the starting point for them. That is why we specialize more on the beginner level, although we are also going to be seeing a lot of advanced and intermediate tutorials on our channel as well. Watch out and try to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So for today, we are going to be starting with introduction. For our information, we've had a video that deals with Power BI as a whole. You can check the playlist for you to also watch that webinar where we talked about Power BI in full fledged. It is indeed an introductory lecture on what Power BI is all about. So today's introduction is going to be brief. If you want a comprehensive one, just watch the formal video and you're good to go. So firstly, as I say, the Power BI was released on the 24th of July 2015 as a standalone BI product, and that is very, very correct. Today is I'm recording this webinar in May 2026, so that means that Power BI, give or take, is around 11 years. So as I said in the last video, so if someone is asking for 15 or 20 years of experience, it means that that person does not even know when Power BI was released as a standalone product for everyone to use. Power BI can connect to more than 150 data sources. Those are connectors. So when we move along, we are going to see how to connect to different data sources, and that is one of the beauty of the application. It supports Python, SQL, and R programming languages. You can write them in Power BI, although that involves a little bit of advanced. I did some recently, or I used to do some where I write my native SQL query using Power Query. I write the SQL query in Power Query using the advanced editor. As we move along, we can also show us how to do all that. Those are advanced levels. So that is that. Then the fourth one says that Power BI releases new features as update monthly. So every month you have new update that keeps the application growing. The fifth one says that the desktop version is free to use by everyone and it can also work offline. We are also going to see how to download today. And the last one says that Power BI has one of the largest online community and ecosystem, and that is true, because it comes from Microsoft. It also gave it that leverage to also expand in community and the ecosystem. So now we're going to be looking at how do you download and install Power BI. As I've said, this is a very, very beginner friendly course. Firstly, is that to download Power BI is free. You can just go to your search engine and type download Power BI, or you click here. I'm going to be releasing this particular slide, maybe in PowerPoint or so that if you just click here, to take you directly to where you can download Power BI. And I'm also going to show us the installation is simple and direct. So let us jump into my browser so that we see this in practical terms. So from here, if you click, this is my PowerPoint. So if I hold on to Control and I click this, it's going to take me to the website. So it's going to take me here, and here directly, it says that important, that's a note for us. Selecting a language below will dynamically change the complete page content to that language. So that means that Power BI gave us opportunity to download, from any languages. But if you click on download, then it start downloading. Let me do that now so that you see. I have Power BI already installed on my own application, so I might not need to download and install it again. But I'm going to do that so that we'll see how it's going. My browser is lagging, that is why. But before that, you can see that there are some things here which there are some details where you will also see some important information with respect to Power BI. So details here is saying that the version is 2.153.1206.0. The date that was released on the 5th of May 2026. This is the name of the file, and that is the size. It's telling us it's a companion desktop application to Power BI. This should take you to Power BI service. Then it is telling us with Power BI desktop you can get data, create relationship, report, and every other thing. Then it tells us the system requirements. It supports OS, Windows 10, 11, 2016, 2019. It said Microsoft Power BI desktop requires Internet Explorer 10 or greater one. So then it's available in 64-bit platform. The instruction: run the exe installer and follow the setup steps. It's very easy to download. Just click on download and it is going to start downloading. And after it downloaded for you, you are going to run the application on your desktop. So it has started downloading, 643 megabytes. As I've said, I've installed this before, so I will not going to continue with the download. But as I've mentioned, just download it, click on the file, and you just next, start, next, finish, and you have installed it. Then I'm going to show us how it looks like when we open the Power BI. So that is how to install Power BI, seamless, direct, and easy to use. So the next one that we're going to, so before I go, there are two ways to actually download that Power BI. The one that I've showed us now is the manual way, which you have to download new version every month in order to stay updated. But there's another way to also download it, that is to download it directly from Microsoft Store. And just like Play Store, Microsoft Store always has the latest updated version. So when you download from that end, you don't have to be downloading every month again in order to have the latest version. It is going to update automatically for you. It's going to update automatically for you. But before you can do that, of course, you need a Microsoft account and so many licenses to do that. But that is the advantage that it has over the one that I just showed us, where you download manually. So let's go. So now is we want to look at Power BI in brief. How do you navigate through through it? So before I show us all these, I'm going to first of all show us how the Power BI looks when you launch the application. And I've opened mine here. So when you open Power BI application, this is what you're going to see. Directly, it's telling you the catalog, the Excel workbook. These are data sources where you can connect to. Intro, what is Power BI, all that. I can just click on blank report. So if you click on blank report, it takes you here directly, where you can import directly from Excel, from SQL Server, paste data into a blank table. You can use simple sample data, sample data also for you to practice with. You can also get data from other sources. Essentially, what it's doing for you, everything is also here. So we are also going to be practicing with some sample data, which I'm going to be giving us as we move on. So that is that about that. You will see that the way this is exactly the same way, that the same thing that we have here. So let me quickly talk about this, and I'll take us back to the Power BI to show us live. So firstly is that this is the interface for Power BI, and this is how it looks. For some of us that know Microsoft product, they have the same layout. Their tabs are going to be here. Definitely there's going to be a file tab, there's going to be home, insert, then every other thing will follow depending on the application. So these are tabs here that we have here, and each tab has different command in them, and everything forms the ribbon. Then after that, to your left, top left here, you see this icon is showing us the report view. Essentially, it is being selected. That is why you have all these. If you go to table view, the next one is table view. It is a bit different from this, and the next is also model view. It's going to be different. New addition that Power BI have added lately is you can also see your DAX query view as well, and the TDML view. For the GitHubs, these are new updates, especially the TDML that have been added on Power BI. Also, we have the desktop version layout, which is what is being selected. You can also switch to the mobile layout. From our previous video, we've explained that there are different types of Power BI. You have the desktop, the service, the mobile. You can have Power BI on your mobile phone, and everything is going to show perfectly well. So you design that here. This is for page navigation. You can have page 1, page 2, page 3. Just like what you have in Excel, where you have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like that. So almost the same. Then here we have the filter panel, where you can put so many filters for any visual that you are looking at. When we start, we are going to see how that works well. You can filter just one particular visual. You can filter by the whole page. You can even filter by the whole report itself. Then this is the visualization pane, where it has so many visuals that you can pick from. Then if you click on this 3 dots, it also takes you to more visuals. Then we have the data pane. Whenever you bring in your data, this is where they are going to stay. And this is the report Canva, where all your design and every other thing that we talk about is there. So this is the live one. This is the report view, the table view. Any data that you have is going to be showing here. Then this is the model view, where we do our data modeling, connecting the dimension table to the fact table, and so on and so forth. This query view and the TDML view. Then also, these are the page navigations that I mentioned. A desktop, mobile layout. It looks like mobile, and you can fit in your visuals there as well. You can have as much pages as you want, depending on what you want to do. I can also name them. Let's just name this spring, and let's name these pilots. So it's interactive. You have the home. Under home, we have get data. You can connect to so many data sources. From here, it leads you to the Power Query editor where we'll be doing most of our cleaning and all. Database is the kind of data sources. Then if you clean recent sources, it's going to show you all the data that you have connected to. Sorry, enter data here. Enter data is for you to enter data manually here. So if I click on this, I can enter some data manually in this Power BI report. So it's loading for me now. I'll just type in, I'll say sample table. That's the name of the table. For your information, all data that comes into Power BI here comes in form of a table. Proper Excel table as we know in Excel. So it comes in form of table and it has to be like that. So let's say name. If I click on tab, it goes to the next one. Let's say age. Let's say level. If I click on enter, it takes me to the first row. Day is 12 years. His level is level 20. Click on enter. We have Ada is 25. Our level is 45. Then click on enter. We have Jade is 15. Our level is 16. So essentially you can use that to enter data manually if you have. And if you also copy data in Excel, you can just copy and come and dump it here. It is also going to work directly like that. So that is what we use enter data to do. Data transformation, this is where you connect to your Power Query. And we also refresh from here. You can see the data is loading. To pick new visuals, if these are not working, or you can even deactivate them not to be working there. You can pick new visuals, then you can have a text box. You observe that the report canvas have changed a little. So it's waiting for me to add the data and some visuals. So more visuals from App Store, from my file. You could have some visual that you have customized on your own. These are measures, new measure, quick measure. This to publish to Power BI service, to publish to Power BI service, and this to you Copilot here. If you go to Insert tab, you see a lot of other pages. New page, if you want to add new pages and you don't want to use this one here. And new visuals, as I've seen before. These are AI visuals, key influencers, decomposition, smart narrative. They've changed the name. It used to be smart narrative, just narrative now. These are Power Platform apps that you can also have here. Power Apps, Power Automate, and paginated report. Paginated report. This is also important. Advanced level a little bit too. So text box. These are things that you can insert. A text box, button, shape, and image. You can also bring them in. So modeling is to deal with all your datas, new measures, quick measure, new table. You can also insert a new table with your codes here. DAX. I can mark something as table, new parameters, a little bit advanced, if you use few parameters and it switch, some metrics for you, languages and so on and so forth. Essentially, it depends on what you're using it to do. You might not actually use all those. So for view, we have fit to width, actual size, mobile view, the other one that we showed the other time, and if I click on that again, it returns. You can view grid lines here, snap to grid. That means every visual that you put, you snap them to grid. They move around the grid. You can log filter is here. Bookmark, you can also add bookmark. Well, those are intermediate levels. So selection, performance analyzer, also you can also do that. That is to see how your visuals are performing. Are they delaying or they are taking more time to load? Then synchronize slicer. If you have different pages and you want one slicer to to filter everything, so you use synchronize slicers. Then in optimize, performance analyzer is also here. Apply to all slicers button, pause visual, refresh visuals, and all. Then you also have help. If you click on help, it's going to give you the details of this particular Power BI. The one I'm using, I downloaded it in November 2025, and we are in May now. So that means that I'm like, let's say 5 or 6 months behind. guided training, so many documentation, support, blogs, community, and so on and so forth. So, consulting services, examples, and all. So, you have all that to yourself. So, that is how to navigate with Power BI. Now, these are filters, as I've mentioned, these are visuals that we have, different visuals. The sample data that we have, if I drop this and I pick this donut chart and I say, come here, I'm picking name, yeah, name and level. So it's going to design them for me automatically in donut chart. And here you go, and that is what you have. So you can now after that, then you have this middle icon where you use to format your visuals. We are still going to do all this when we get to data visualization, and we also add further analysis to your visual through this icon that we have there. So that is how to navigate to in Power BI. Then also the next one is to look at the pillars of Power BI. Well, essentially, we have certain pillars in Power BI. So you have the data extraction. That is where you connect to different data sources. Practically, we are going to see all that, how it works. So it means that Power BI can allow you to connect to different databases at the same time. It can even allow you to connect to an Excel. If your data is sitting on Excel, you can connect to it, connect to Salesforce, connect to SQL Server, Postgres, data in the cloud, Azure, AWS, and so on and so forth. So you have that. Then data transformation. So you can also do your data cleaning here as well. Usually is that as analysts, data analysts, we are supposed not to do a lot of cleaning of the data, but because of what the data engineers are pushing to us, which might not be so clean as the data to be used or consumed, then we need to do a lot of cleaning on the data that we have gotten already. The cleaning we are doing will not affect the source of the data, but it will only be effective on our own data that we are using on the Power BI application. Then we can also do data modeling, where we will design some tables or data, put them into different tables for optimization purposes. We have two types. We have the snowflakes and we have the star schema. When we get to all that, you will see it is just a way of dividing data into different tables and connecting them with a foreign and primary key. Data visualization is one of my favorite, because when you have a data and you can't visualize and make meaningful visuals from the data, then why are you a data analyst then? And there are some advanced or some specialization in data analytics, where you be a data visualization specialist, and that can even advance to infographic designing. And well, that is what led me to infographics, where there's a data. I want to represent the data in the simplest way that everybody can understand it, and I'm going to be designing for them to also appreciate what they are seeing. You like what you see or something like that. So that is data visualization. The fifth one is measures or DAX, data analysis expression. This used to be very, very tough guy then, but with the help of so many AI agents now, Copilot, ChatGPT, and so on and so forth, it makes it easier. But before you start to explore all those, you need to understand the basics, because if you don't understand the basics, you won't even know how to prompt the AI to give you the measures that you are looking for, and the AI could assume that you know some things, whereas you might lose them. So you need some fundamentals knowledge about measures and that. Then we talk about Power BI service. This is, we have the desktop version, which is with you, and the online version is the Power BI service, where you can also do a lot of other things. You can create dashboard. Dashboard is different from report in Power BI. Anyway, in Power BI is different. Dashboard are not interactive, but reports are the ones that are interactive, where you click on slicers, filters, and everything changes. That is in Power BI. On some other palaces, that is essentially a dashboard on its own. So Power BI service allow you to do that, schedule refresh, assign roles, and so many other things they can do in Power BI service. Then the last one is automation. This is also dealing with how you automate so many process with your reports. You know, the automation can start rightly from your desktop, then it goes to your Power BI service also. So thank you very much for this session. I hope you enjoyed this very brief intro to Power BI, and we'll see you in the next one where we are going to be taking each one after the other. And as I've mentioned, we'll be starting with extracting data into Power BI. Don't forget, check our playlist for you to follow along. And these are our social media platforms. Try to follow us, give us a like, subscribe, as the case may be. On Twitter we are there, Instagram, LinkedIn. Join our community, and also on YouTube we are also here. Then definitely on TikTok, we're also on TikTok. You can also send us a mail on the springpilot@gmail.com if you have any inquiry or anything to ask, or even if you want to join our badge, in the mentor mentee session. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.